Hi, very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to see discussion on maps in Ielts Academic Task 1. Here we do have two maps and one shows the outlay of Pacific Railway Station in 1998. Another shows uh, the outlay of Pacific Railway Station at present. So let us go ahead with the first particular map. So before we go into this particular session, I just want to tell you some important information about how can you do this type of task one easily. The first method is to identify the locations, and we have to see where exactly are the landmarks buildings are. Now, I can say definitely towards the top of the map that is north, and if it is north, this naturally becomes south, and this becomes east, and this becomes west. So this is something which you can see. And if you say that, for example, if you are telling that this is the entrance of the ticket office, this is towards your right, and this is the left side. So you can go with right and left. You can say you can use the direction vocabulary, like the same side, on the other side, on the opposite side, adjacent. All these things just near to at the dead end. All these types of words or vocabulary which represents the directions are very much important in our task one here in case of maps especially. So the vocabulary for maps are basically directions. So I said northwest, southwest, northeast, right, left, just the opposite, halfway go, I have halfway through, proximal, distal. Um, so you have a lot of vocabulary which represents the directions. So this is very crucial in our maps, explanation of maps. Okay, now in 1998, what you can see here in the maps, in 1998 you can see the Pacific Railway Station had very less facilities compared to at present. You had number 1, 2, 3, 4 platforms there, and these 4 platforms um, ended here, and this is towards the south. You can see the ticket office at the southeast. So this is southeast to the platform. So you can see 4 platforms ends towards the south, and we can see a ticket office towards the southeast part of the platforms. And next to the ticket office, we do have a shop and a cafe. So that's what we can see, 2 other establishments there. Another establishment, what we can see here is the toilets. Here, the toilets are there towards the west of the platforms. Here, you can see that. That's what we can see in 1998. But when you go ahead and see at present, what happens is that you have, you can see tremendous changes there. So in addition to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 platforms, we have 5th, 6th, and 7th platform here. 3 more platforms are there. So you could say there are 3 more platforms there. And this platform is towards the west of what was there existing. And these two platforms, these 4 platforms here and 3 platforms here, these platforms are separated by 3 buildings. One is the restaurant, another is 2 shops. So these separate the 3, the new 3 and the old 3. So this is what we can see here next as the visible change, the most visible change. If you see the picture as a whole, the major changes happened is in the number of platform, 3 more added to the existing 4, and we have it separated by a restaurant and 2 shops. You can see another crucial thing is the building of a supermarket, a big supermarket at the southwest corner of the station. So station's southwest corner, you can see the a big supermarket, and on the other side of the supermarket you can see the same buildings, the cafe and the ticket office. So you can say the cafe as the same, you don't have any change for the cafe. But in case of the ticket office, you can say the size of the ticket office, when I think it got increased, it got expanded towards this thing, consuming the space of the shop which was existing. So if this is the way it expanded, so the shop, in the way the shop is demolished, and instead of that the ticket office expansion was done. So here we can see some changes here. One more thing that we can see is the toilet facilities which was there in 1998 is not there at present, and it's not a big problem actually. So if you want to mention the toilet facilities in the first paragraph, mention it because it is there as an establishment there. But in at present, you don't have such thing. So it's not mandatory to say that it is not there, it is not seen. You can see the changes. Okay, the change is these things. Okay, if you want to add, you can add it. But naturally, if you add everything, that's not rational. You need to summarize these things. And if you add everything, the word count will go higher and higher. Now let's see the introduction. The outlay of specific railway station at present when compared to the same in 1998 is depicted in the given maps. So this is what we can see. The Pacific Railway Station at present when compared to the same in 1998. Yes, clear. Overall, the station is seen changed tremendously as it can accommodate more trains and facilitate more passengers now. Okay. Oh, that's enough. In 1998, the station had only 4 platforms, which had their dead ends at the south. In 1998, he had only 4 platforms. Platform number 1, 2, 3, and 4. It had their dead ends at the south. This is what we can see in the first particular picture. And if I go further, At the southeast corner of the platforms was the ticket office, and next to it, a shop and a cafe were there to facilitate the passengers. So where was the ticket office? Toward the south, towards the southeast of the platforms, we had the ticket office, and we had a shop and a cafe towards the next towards the ticket office to facilitate the passengers. So what we have seen here, it's clear. And not so far from these buildings, towards the west of the platform, the station provided toilet facilities. Not too far from these establishments. Towards the west of the platform, the station provided toilet facilities. So that's also clear. Now, compared to that in 1998, now the station has 3 more platforms towards the west. So there were 4 platforms, now 3 more added. Okay. These 3 are separated from the 4 which existed by 2 shops and a restaurant. 2 shops and a restaurant separated the new 3 platforms from the old 3 platforms. This is what we can see. The shops are located towards the south of the restaurant and can be accessed by passengers from both sides. The shops and all 3 can be accessed by okay. So I have merged the sentence. The shops are located towards the south of the restaurant, and all 3 buildings can be accessed by passengers from both sides. You can see shops are located towards the south of the restaurant, and all 3 can be accessed from both sides of the platforms. Another new establishment was there at the southwest corner. So here we can see the southwest corner, that is the supermarket here. On the other side of it, the cafe and the cafe and the ticket office. When the cafe looks the same as it was in 1998, no change happened. The size of the ticket office is seen expanded towards the west. So this is the thing, occupying the space where the shop existed. So there was a shop which was there in 1998. So the ticket office occupied its space and right now. So this is what we can see from the map. So we have seen certain things here. Let me see the directions, the importance of direction. South, southeast corner. Okay, west, west. Okay, south, both sides, southwest corner, other side. Okay, so all these underlined vocabulary as related to the directions, and this is what something which we need to see seriously when we do this academic task, and especially the maps. So when we have maps, you have to look into the directions, the vocabulary which goes with a direction, adjacent, opposite, other side, same side. All these things are required to be understood here. Thank you. And that's the end of the explanation. Bye.